With the economy the way it is today, everyone's looking for a leg up. My Credit Kings can help you do that. We offer a free consultation and 1 month free credit repair. All you got to do is click the link below.
Are you tired of being turned down for loans, credit cards, or mortgages because of bad credit? Say goodbye to financial barriers and hello to opportunity with mycreditking.com. We can help you get those loans and credit cards you need today. Take control of your financial future with mycreditking.com. Visit us online to learn more and start your journey to a brighter tomorrow.
We've talked a lot on this channel about the importance of fathers. And usually it's between the father and his reaction with the wife or the father in reaction with a son. And normally it's an everyday conversation or how a father should raise or what a man should do. However, every once in a while you get let into a situation where you can see the importance of having a strong, direct man involved in a daughter's life and what the impact could mean to the child's heart and their confidence level. Recently, we saw a video of Venus Williams and an interaction with a reporter she was talking to. And the father was in the room, but the reporter kept asking her about her confidence. She asked her about the match that was coming up, and she would answer, "Oh, I know I got this." And the reporter said, "Well, you seem pretty confident in it." "It's because I'm confident in what I can do," she says. "Yes, but why are you so confident?" He kept driving into this idea to try and almost seemingly to break down the confidence that he was witnessing.
You think you could beat it? I know I can beat it. I know you. Very confident. Very confident. You say it so easily. Why? Because I believe it. You don't want to really say it for. But she'll say that. She said it with so much confidence the first time. But you keep going on and on. Listen, we can't keep interrupting. I mean, if you want, you got to understand that you're dealing with an image of a 14-year-old child. And this child gonna be out there playing with your whole ass and he gonna be in the grave. When she say something, we done told you what's happening. You dealing with a little black kid, and then it'll be a kid you'll answer with a lot of confidence. Leave that alone.
Well, like we always say, sometimes your kids need you more than they know. And up walks father from the back row saying, hey, that's enough. She gave you the answer. You don't need to be talking no more like that. She gave you the answer, and it was something that she was in confidence in, and all of a sudden now you're trying to push to get more out of her. Why are y'all trying to break her spirit? Now, some may see that the father was not 100% in his kid's corner when it came to outside influences trying to break down their spirit, trying to make them feel less. It is a prime example as to why it is that a man, when he is in his role as both father and husband, and whatever his role is called to by God, the child themselves will automatically feel loved. If you look at her face when daddy stepped up and came in front of that reporter and became one of the best walls of protection, her face sank into this thank you, daddy kind of thing. The expression on her was just absolute peace. She knew that she was confronted with the situation and daddy was not going to let this happen. You see, sometimes society wants to relegate the man to just this money provider, house provider, and you sit in the corner and be quiet. The reality of it is this: there are all kinds of things coming at our kids, and there are many people that don't want to see them succeed. There are some people out there hell-bent on making your children a victim, hell-bent on making your children lose their identity. Men, you don't understand the true value of your position until it's tested and called for. In this situation, that child felt so loved, so protected, so held, that she could just sit there and bask in it and smile. The only reason she had that confidence was because of dad. Dad instilled that in her. However you think of his methods, there are some things in life you have to be a little bit tough on in order to bring that thing out. Look at them today. They drag it out and prove to themselves that they can do something. And the instant someone decided to try and step in to destroy that plan, in comes daddy to protect. I equate it to kind of like elephants. You see, the little baby elephant is walking around and you know the potential of that elephant. Everybody knows the potential of an elephant. You're talking about a massive creature, but In its size there, it's fully dependent on the adult elephant. Only let some predator come around trying to destroy that baby and watch this elephant go from this meandering thing to this cascading behemoth coming after it and trampling the ever-living daylights out of it because you messed with my kid. Not only did you mess with my kid, you don't understand and you don't see what it's going to become. But you're going to understand what it's going to become because I'm going to show you in me what my child can be. I commend that interaction. Why? Because all too many times we see the opposite. We see abandonment, we see disarray, and we see the usurpation of a father's role by everybody but him. I only wish that more men would step up to the plate like this and stand in the gap for their children, male or female. Because you're the only one that can really do that and have the child really feel what you're doing and embrace it and run with it. Your job is to instill into your children a sense of worth, a sense of belonging, love, acceptance. Not acceptance of wrong, acceptance of the good. And they need to see that you will stand on business when it comes to them. They need to understand that whatever it is that life throws at them, dad's got their back. Mom will have their back, but we're talking about fathers here. There's something in the authority of a father's voice, too. When he stepped out of the back room, you instantly saw the reporter like there was something that shook him because he could feel the authority coming from the back of the room. It scared the living daylights out of him because you know what you don't know? You don't know if you cross this father to the point where he might do something. You don't know. And the authority in that speaking of saying, you heard what she said, didn't you? And then he walks out to the front and puts himself directly in between the threat and his princess. Fathers, you are more wanted than you know. You're more needed than you know. And your role cannot be relegated to anyone else but you. Because at the end of the day, your children need to know that no matter what happens, you got their back. And not only do you love them enough to step in the gap, but you also love them enough to also let them feel what it's like to be attacked and for you to step in. Because here's the thing. He did put his child to be interviewed. But he also knew what happened before the interview, the interactions he had, the conversations he had, all of the late nights practicing. He knew his daughter. He saw what she was going to be. And he allowed her to have that experience of an interview because she was going into a phase of life that she would have to be able to speak for herself. But there are people that won't let her speak. And there are some people that won't be happy with the answers they get. And they will try to make that child into something they're not. Your job then is to step in and say, yo, you got your answer. They are who they are, and you're not going to change that. And if you try to, understand who you got to deal with now. I will not stand by idly while you do this. So choose your next step wisely, sir or ma'am, because if you think that you can destroy the character of my child just by words, you got another thing coming, buddy. I will always be a proponent of fathers standing up and doing what they're supposed to do because there's nothing like it. No one can replace it. A mom can't do it as much as you might love mothers. And the same things that a woman can do that a man can't, in this case, the defender, the one that steps in the middle, is father. And I'm glad that Mr. Williams did the exact same thing that he's supposed to do for his daughter, which is stand in the way of any threat, any possible deterring of their goals. So men, I challenge you today. I challenge you to one very important thing. Stand in the gap for your kids, instill confidence in them, and make them know for sure that no matter what happens, nothing bad will happen under your watch.